Hi, good morning, everybody. Just got pulled over, but didn't get a ticket. So that's always good, although I'm running late as it is. Wasn't feeling so well this morning. I want to talk about something, that just came up yesterday. I'll give you the whole background. I'm doing training, and the woman doing the training, she's Asian American, I'm not sure. She said she came to this, she didn't say which country she came from, but she said she came to this country as a small child, and she said she feels American, but she said something that she said she doesn't look American, and she sometimes has to look in the mirror to remember. And I said, you do look, and I just said straight out, you do look American. We all look American. There's no such thing as looking American. We all look American. And out of the peanut gallery, I mean, I was also in the peanut gallery myself, but I think what I was saying was worthwhile. I heard somebody from the other side of the room, I wasn't exactly sure who it was, saying, well, Donald Trump doesn't think that. And they didn't know that I voted for the president, and they don't know that I plan to vote for the president again. So what's this exactly, Donald Trump doesn't think that. So the answer I have to that is look at his record. Like, where do people even get the idea that Donald Trump is racist? I mean, there was a press conference where he said, I'm the least racist person in the world. And the thing is, I know, a lot of people, laughed at that, but, it's true. This was the guy who was, hanging out with Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, and, there are pictures of them together, holding hands, shaking hands, I'm saying holding hands in a handshake, but like a real sincere handshake, with a real sincere, and what are people talking about that this guy all of a sudden is racist? Do you understand what racist even means? Do you know the history of the Democrat Party? Do you know the history of the Republican Party? Do you know that really basically nothing has changed? As much as all the holier-than-thou college professors want to say, oh, something changed. LBJ, he turned the Democrats around. And then, all right, it's one thing to say, all right, LBJ turned the Democrats around, but that doesn't make the Republicans racist. But the thing is, LBJ didn't turn the Democrats around. LBJ was the biggest racist there was. Even after he signed this legislation, he said, oh, now this will get all the, and I'm not going to repeat, I'm not even going to say what letter the word begins with, but you know what I'm saying. All of the, blanks are going to vote for the Democrats for the next 200 years because of this. It was his low expectations and his racism that was really part of what that was, what he was saying. And so, all right, just because LBJ was racist doesn't mean Donald Trump isn't racist. It works the other way. But can anybody show me anything racist that Donald Trump ever said? You want to say sexist, I understand that, and even that, with the worst thing he was recorded saying, which was a disgusting, a horrible thing, locker room talk, he specifically said they let you. He didn't say you could do whatever you want. He said they let you. Now, you might not be recognizing there's an imbalance of power and stuff like that, and that is egregious and it's wrong. But if someone lets you do something, they let you. I mean, you don't have to, I mean, if you're a more honorable person, maybe you're not going to do stuff like that. But if someone lets you do something, I don't understand, what they. So But there are definitely issues. He definitely has issues. But the thing is like, is he doing a good job? We were all told with all the issues that Bill Clinton had, some of which were actually criminal. We're like, well, yeah, but he's doing a good job, so we'll forgive him. And I'll admit, Bill Clinton didn't do such a terrible job as president. He wasn't as bad as we felt he was in those days. And I absolutely thought Bill Clinton was the worst president ever when he was president. I mean, I was a little kid at the time, but I remember, and I was a Republican then, and in my understanding, either somewhere between Republican and independent, but I was, I was always, very right wing, used to watch like JTF, if people don't know what that is, I'm not going to say what it is, but it's a public access TV show. I think it's still on, actually. This type of really extreme right wing stuff. But like, the fact that, in hindsight, Clinton wasn't that bad. He learned to work together with Newt Gingrich, And the thing is that I could see Donald Trump as being someone who could work with Nancy Pelosi and with Chuck Schumer. But they don't want to work with him. They are really being ridiculous. They are really being just horrible people. But he seems like, the media created a caricature of this man. All the things that they are upset about him, the wall and the quote-unquote Muslim ban, which is not a Muslim ban, and things like that. All that stuff, it's like, it's tough. But the fact of the matter is, that's all stuff that, the wall, Hillary Clinton, Chuck Schumer, Barack Obama, who else? I think John Kerry, all these people voted for the wall. It's already the law. It's just that they need money for it, but they were already voting for it. And it's just now, we need the Congress to appropriate the money. That's all. The quote-unquote Muslim ban, which is not a Muslim ban at all, was just a continuation of an Obama policy. So that's just, what we're dealing with here. Can anybody tell me? I mean, I remember when he was running for president, I was saying, how can people say he's anti-Semitic? His daughter is a frum, modern Orthodox, but like Orthodox, she tries her best to keep Shabbos kashrus. She goes to shul every Shabbos. She davens Erlich. People say, what's what exactly is this whole story like? I don't really get it, So so then what did people say? How is this guy racist? And people say, well, just because his daughter became a Gioris doesn't mean that he's not anti-Semitic. There are plenty of people who are anti-Semitic whose children become gay. But like, it doesn't mean he is either. Like, he's supportive of her. She's her and her son-in-law are some of his like top advisors. Like, it's just the media created this false narrative that Donald Trump is a racist, and there we have it. Donald Trump is a racist. Like, he's not a racist. Like, he's a guy from New York City. He's really the least racist guy you could imagine. And they're just trying whatever they can to frame this guy being a racist. When he's, like he said, he's the least racist person you could imagine. Like Hillary Clinton, she's a real racist. She's a real anti-Semite. She, you know, all the time would say anti-Semitic remarks. She has a long record of that. Donald Trump has a long record of being a very good friend of the Orthodox Jewish community. You know, I mean, Dick Morris worked for the Clintons for years. You know, he said, like, when he was helping the Clintons with their, Bill Clinton, but, you know, they're unfortunately a package. You know, he was helping Bill Clinton with his third gubernatorial campaign, and he asked for a raise, and Hillary said, "Oh, all you people think about is money." And so Dick Morris said, "I hope when you say you people, you mean, you know, campaign advisors, you know." Like, yeah, that's what I meant. You know. So, that's the story that we have here. So, and again, just because Hillary Clinton is racist and anti-Semitic doesn't mean Donald Trump isn't, but he isn't. It doesn't have to, we don't have to prove that Donald Trump is not racist. You know, why do we have to go and prove a negative? You know, that Donald Trump isn't racist, he isn't anti-Semitic. His whole life testifies to, first of all, he's definitely not anti-Semitic. His whole life testifies to his being, you know, one of the best friends the Jewish people have had. And even if I disagree with his approach to Israel and Zionism, that's not coming from a bad place. You know, that he is supportive of Israel and Zionism, you know, and a lot of it just has to do with, you know, the ignorance that he was fed to by his kids who themselves, you know, were fed this by their rabbis, and that's just what it is. You know, it's not a thought out, you know, thing. It's very emotional for a lot of Jewish people, and that's just how it is. So, you know, that's the story that I have here. I don't know. I mean, I just want to stand up and tell this woman, you know, that's ignorant. You know, if someone says something racist, what's the answer? That's ignorant. But to call someone who's not racist is also really, truly ignorant. You know. So, I don't know exactly who said that, so I'm not going to confront them, but I'm making this video. I know they're not going to see it, but that's ignorant. If you do see it, that's ignorant. Anybody who thinks Donald Trump is racist, that's ignorant. That's all I got to say. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe.